Okay, so Zelda. The problem I had with Zelda was that, sure, it was an open world, do whatever kind of game you want, but the problem was that it didn't have this. Look at this map. Like, there's so much shit I can do in this game. It is really big, it's open, whatnot, and there's like stuff to see everywhere. The entire fucking city is actually alive. And the problem with Zelda was that I was running around in like a big open nothingness. And it felt like I've seen this thing once and I don't want to see it again because it was not that special. I had fun with Zelda the first playthrough. How do I actually hang on? Can I... There we go. I don't care about those podcasts. But yeah, when it came to Zelda, I had a really fun time the first time. It was super fun to run up and kill like all of the bosses and whatnot and kill Ganondorf, blah 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 blah. But once I did that one time, I didn't find any kind of like need or anything like that to actually replay the game again because I've already seen it. I've already done this stuff. And it was just that they tried for... Can this dude shut the fuck up? But yeah, when it comes to open world, there was like nothing really dynamic in it either. So it didn't really, like feel special that, oh, I helped this dude, I did this side quest. But it didn't do anything. It was like, oh, thank you so much, here's 100 rupees. Okay, now what? It would have been so much cooler if they actually did it in Zelda that I helped this NPC, he tells this village, there's some kind of karma system that makes the village actually know more about me, and like, oh, he's a hero, he helps people with shit. So then all of a sudden maybe get some kind of discount in that village or something like that. Like, if they actually would have made the world more dynamic and it feel like more alive and like feel like what you're doing is actually worth doing. Where there is a stuff, but where you can also do some free stuff. Yeah, exactly. That's the problem I had with Zelda. It was just, instead of just having either a linear story or an open world, they kind of messed it up a lot. Instead of having like an open world kind of game where my decisions in the game... Alright, Matthias, I'll catch you later. Thanks for dropping by though. But let's say it like this. If they would have had the game as an open world where they start out with the plateau. The plateau is actually the plateau was the most fun I had in the game. I can replay that part of the game so many times and I never ever get tired of it because I think that was the greatest kind of start to a Zelda game ever. Also, one more thing. So you can shoot bad guys. Also, one more thing. It felt really, you know, how should I say, boring that you didn't really have any kind of items. I know that they wanted you to actually mess around with the engine in the game. And like, you have this earth, wind, fire, whatever kind of engine. And you could actually do like really cool stuff with it. But where's the hook shot? I would have had more of a like fun in the game if there was like, imagine this, like you're having an open world, you're having items like a hook shot, and like iron boots, you can like walk down underwater and stuff like that. If they would just like add in, if they would just add in like a hook shot, and then make it the game like, okay, you can beat it without the hook shot. But there's a different path to it that you have to discover. If you have the hookshot, however, you can like discover another path to actually finish this temple or whatnot. I would love that a lot more if they actually would have done the game like that. So like the runes were cool and all that, but you got all the runes immediately, and then it was like, okay, there's no progress in the game. Why should I keep on playing the game if there's like no progress? Like, I'm doing all of this stuff, but I'm not getting anything new in the game. Sure, I'm getting new equipment, like swords and shields and bow and arrows, sure, but the more I'm using the shield, or the more I'm using the swords or whatever, they're just going to break on me, and there's like no way for me to actually go to a blacksmith or anything to actually improve on the durability of the weapons. Like, if they would have added just those small stuff in the game and actually try to go for more of an RPG kind of style, I would have enjoyed the shit out of Zelda. But as it is right now, I think it is mediocre at best. It's still a good game, I can still recommend people to play it, but don't have your expectations too high. That's all I can say about the game. Like, when the game was announced, I was like, holy fuck, I need to play this, it looks fucking amazing, oh, have you seen, oh, look at the graphics, oh, cool, just like all of this kind of stuff, and then I played it, it was like this. I did this. I was just like running, like this, for fucking hours, and it was like, oh wait, ah, that's pretty cool, and running a little bit more. Like, that was exactly what Zelda was, and it was just so boring after a while. After I've been doing all of that stuff, it was like no point at all for me to keep on playing it or replay it. Also note, I have played out or replayed Zelda 3 times by doing it in different orders when it comes to the Great Beasts. I've done it 3 times in different order, and it was not really that great. And yeah, the plateau was really good.
When the vulture cracked my eye lens, it almost blinded me.
I had so much fun up on the plateau, and then I got like all the runes, and like, here's your cloth or whatever, the sail cloth. Now you can get off the plateau, like, oh god, I have this like awesome big world. And it was just empty. It was so boring. And the DLC didn't even make up for it either. The DLC was extremely boring. Like, oh cool, I get some extra shrines, yay, because the shrines was the most fun part of the entire game, right? Wrong, it wasn't. Oh, dude, can I just...